Hello everybody, welcome back. Thank you for joining me for another video. All right, so after Wednesday's video with the blue blending and the dry base Dutch pour, there were a lot, and I mean a lot of comments with a lot of opinions and tips and tricks. So I appreciate everybody's opinions and tips and all that. So I'm going to try, because there was so many, I'm going to try to remember them for today's video. But before we get to today's video, I'd actually like to show you some dried results with resin on them. So first off, last night I did a bunch of pieces and I resined them all, starting with the purple one. So this is done and resin. Now, of course, you're going to get the shine from my ring light and all of that, but it's done and resined and looks perfect. And so this is a little small 12 by 12 inch canvas, and it is available for purchase if anyone's interested. Now, let me show you the dried results of the blue piece. Now, I didn't add enough gold because we all know gold takes over in a regular Dutch pour, so I didn't add that much, but not knowing and not really realizing that it wasn't going to show up too much because it was on a dry base. So I added a few little gold touches to it. And let me show you what it looks like. So I took my metallic gold marker from Lolivefe. It's at the other end of my table. I can't reach it, but you've seen them before in previous videos. It's a beautiful metallic gold marker. And what I did was I outlined the edge of the Dutch pour with gold. And I think it adds a perfect touch to it. And of course, it's now resined and it is finished. So I'm actually super happy with how this worked out. Now, I thought about adding some gold with a really thin tip marker in between, but then I didn't want to ruin the marble looking effect that this had. So I apologize for the glare, but there's nothing I can do about that. When it comes to resin, that's how it looks. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. I'm gonna put these aside so I don't ruin them. And then dried results of the turquoise white base split with the purples. And again, they're resined because like I said, last night I resined, like 6 or 7 pieces. So here, I'll put that one down, but here's the dried results. Again, with a glare from the resin, but it is done and you can see the shimmer in there. So there's the one, and here's the other one. So these are done and they are ready to get packed up and shipped away to my client. So I shall put these aside. And then what else I wanted to show you is the piece I did that Massey Art Studio, Lee and Jeremy purchased. And this is done, and look how pretty it looks with resin on it now. So this shimmers like crazy. I love the way this looks. You see that? It's so pretty. So this is now done. I still need to take the tape off the back because I did this last night, but this is done. And once I get the tape off the back, give it a few days to cure, and it'll be ready for shipping. And then last but not least, yes, today is a show and tell day, my friends. This is the rainbow piece I did, and this is now done and has its final top coat of crystal resin, and it looks so pretty. So this piece is actually available for purchase. It is a 15 by 30 inch canvas. If anyone is interested in this piece, it is done and ready to go. So email me at kanellaciraco@gmail.com if you're interested. All right, so that's it for show and tell. Don't forget, I'm heading to Dallas, Texas this November come and see me, come and take my classes. I'll be there the 17th, the 18th, and the 19th, and I will be teaching Dutch pours on a white base, on a black base, on a black and white color split base. There's going to be evening events. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you're interested, go to fluidartexperience.com for all the details. And of course, North Carolina this February, Tammy Anderson and I will be there February 18th and 19th. So if you want to see us there, head on over to, or not head on over, email us at fluidartescape@gmail.com. All right, I'm doing another blending piece with a dry Dutch pour. So I'm gonna bring you guys down and let's get started. All right, everybody, I'm going to be doing another blending piece. As I mentioned, again, I'm using a 16 by 16 inch canvas. Now, I've already misted my canvas. Now, there were so many comments, tips, tricks, or whatever, and while I appreciate all of them, I'm still gonna kind of do things the way I want to try it. So a few people said, you know, misting the canvas is a big no-no and you should only just wet your brush. But I've done the two and they seem to work for me, so I misted the canvas. You don't have to, but I did. So I misted the canvas with my little mist bottle here. And I got my brushes that I was telling you about. So these were the two brushes I used in the last video. So now I have a third and they're no longer on sale. Well, they are still on sale on the Canadian Amazon site, but not for the price that I got them at. I got them for 20 bucks and they are now 32 or something like that. And that's even still with it being on sale. But now I have a third. So the other brush I wanted to show you, this is going to be for bigger canvases when I get to that point. But I found this on Amazon. Now, I don't know how well it's going to work, but I'm going to give it a try anyway. I can't remember how much it was, between 10 and 20 bucks. I can't remember, but it is listed in my Amazon shop. It could have been 17, I think, but I like it because it's big. So for if I do a much bigger canvas, this will be really good for that. So, and it's so soft. So I haven't used it yet, obviously, and I'm not going to use it today, but I'm going to use these three. And, you know, I had people say have a third brush that doesn't have paint on it, and that way you can blend easily. Yes, when I was doing the dark up here, I went down here, but what I should have done was flipped my brush because the dark blue was up here. So when you flip it, it's down here. So yes, I've now thought about that and learned that from your tips and tricks as well. So I'm going to try and remember everything, but I can't guarantee I'm going to remember everything. All right, so the colors I'm going to use for the base, I actually found this in my stockpile of paints. Dioxazine Purple by Liquitex Basics. And then this is a bit of a lighter purple, which is Permanent Blue Violet by Amsterdam. And then I'm going to use, which I don't have a tube for, this, which is Permanent Red Violet by Amsterdam. And then in the middle, oh, I forgot my white. In the middle, I have, what is this? Primary Magenta by Amsterdam. And I'm going to use Titanium White in the center to lighten it up a little bit. So Titanium White by Amsterdam. So again, people were saying don't use too many colors, you know, only use like 2 or 3. I've got 5. It is what it is. And my canvas is already dry. So, so those are the base colors. And then I had people say, you know, if you're doing a blended blue, try doing different colors so that it pops. So I'm gonna kind of do a few different colors here. And for the blowout, I've got Dioxazine Violet by Holbein. I haven't used this color in forever. And of course, 24 karat gold by DecoArt. Then I'm putting in Quinacridone Crimson by Holbein. And then I'm adding yellow. So primary yellow by Amsterdam and orange. So iridescent orange yellow by Pebeo. And then topping it off, Mauve by Holbein. So I actually have 3 Holbein colors and I haven't used Holbein in the longest time. So this should be interesting. And then the other thing I thought of about when I do my blowout is in the last video, I layered really thick each color, right? I did a lot. So what I'm gonna do this time to hopefully maybe make the colors blend better is I'm gonna do each row twice. So I'm gonna do every color and then come back to the beginning, maybe, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, and then do it again so that they're layered. I'm gonna try it and we're gonna see what happens. So I as long as I keep doing this type of pour, I'm gonna keep trying different things. So, and we'll see how that works out. And a lot of people said, you know, put Floetrol on the base and then blow it out. It'll make it easier to blow and the Floetrol will dry clear. Yes, I know that, but the whole point of me trying this is to try and do a blowout on a dry base. That was the whole premise of me trying these, was I wanted to see if I could blow out my paints on a dry base, not on a wet base. So that's what I wanted to try, and that's what I was going for. So while I appreciate the Floetrol tips, but I want to try this on, what am I doing on a dry base? All right, so I'm going to, yes, I'm going to miss this again. All right, and start light to dark. That was another big tip. Start with the light colors and then work your way to the end. So I will do that this time. So I'm going to I really need tubes instead of these jugs of paint. And I was told don't use too much paint. Too much paint and then it's no good. So I'm gonna try my best not to use too much paint. And we'll see how this goes. Now, I am gonna speed you guys up for just a little bit because you don't need another 45-minute video long of me doing this. So I'm gonna speed you guys up just for a bit and I'll be right back. All right, so I've put all my colors down and I'm going to just mist my brushes here a little bit. And we'll see what happens. I really like this mister because it's like a mist and not like a spray bottle where it's not even really that wet. All right, so start from light to dark, I guess, and let's see what happens. Oh, and another tip I was told, it's a lot of paint, but that's okay, is to start from the side. This was a very helpful tip. Start from the side, go all the way across, and come down the side. That is one thing I didn't think about doing, so thank you for that tip. All right, and I'm going to just, look, it's the Canadian colors, red and white. Even though it's not red, it's magenta, but you know what I mean. All right, so there we go with that. And now I'm going to, I think I'm going to use the other brush. Yes, I'm going to use this brush. And now I'm going to work in here. And again, do my sides so that they kind of match. And I'm gonna come across and do this side. And then I'm going to flip my brush. I can't believe I didn't think about that last time. How dumb. But again, I'm learning, folks, I'm learning. So thank you for the tips. All right, and now do my sides, which this is working out really well. Oh, how did I get a blob of purple there? All right, that's okay. That shall go away. All right, and do my sides. All right. Oh, I see what I almost did there? I almost flipped that. Okay, I'm gonna clean off. See that? Isn't that pretty? All right, and then, oh, I almost did it again down here. All right. Flip. Can't believe I didn't flip that in my last video. Okay, so now that I've got that kind of going, I still obviously have to blend that. Don't worry about that. But I'm trying to think if I want to use my third brush to do the dark part or not. Or should I just use this? I think I'm just going to use this. All right. All right. I'm going to, at some point soon, speed you guys up because you don't need to watch me do this for like 20 minutes. Okay, now I'm going to come down here and my hands are getting really dirty again. You guys had quite the chuckle with me and my dirty hands and how it was really driving me crazy because you all know that I'm such a neat freak and I really have to have everything super clean. So yes, it did drive me insane to have my hands so dirty. Super duper dirty. I'm not used to that. Although when I used to do the bloom, my hands got really dirty, but I did wear gloves usually. All right, now I can't see. I shall flip her for a second. All right, make sure I get this all covered now and not later. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to blend. If that's even makes sense. And I'm gonna mist my brush again. And I'm going to play. And I totally kind of messed that up. Again, I guess I need to remember to keep flipping. Getting purple in there. All right, I'm going to keep playing with this and keep blending this, but I'm going to speed you guys up because this is going to take me a while. So I shall be right back. All right, so my piece is blended. Now it's more purple pink than what I had visioned in my mind. I wasn't really expecting too much pink, but then again, I guess when you're using primary magenta and what else did I have? I can't even remember. Permanent red violet, and then you add white to it, of course it's gonna turn pink. Anywho, I was kind of going more for like a reddish purpley theme, but that's okay. I still think this is pretty. So this is done, and when I was done, I went and washed all my brushes, so they are now clean. Don't wait until later to wash them out. Wash them out while they're still wet. Now, the colors I chose, I'm thinking, are they really gonna work well with this color palette here? And I thought about changing the colors, but then I thought, you know what? Nope, I'm gonna keep these colors. Oh, now I don't know what I should do. Let me think. All right, I changed up my colors. I literally sat here, no joke, for half an hour. So this is like bone dry now. But like I said, my original thought was more like, or like, not this, not pinks. So I like the way this turned out, but it wasn't what I had envisioned. So I didn't think that the yellow and the orange would look good on this base anymore. So like I played with all kinds of colors here, trying to think what would look best. And I've come up with a new set of colors, and this is what I'm going with. So I'll tell you those really quickly. Pearl Magenta by Arteza, kept the Dioxazine Violet by Holbein. Now I've added Luminous Violet by Holbein, stick with the 24 karat gold. Then I put in Pearl Raspberry Red by Arteza, and I kept the Mauve by Holbein. So that's what I'm gonna do. I know I was gonna do a different blowout from the colors, but I'm really liking these to this, so that's what I'm doing. All right, so let's get started here, and we'll see how this pans out. And like I said, I'm going to just kind of do that. Okay, and I might come back to it and redo all the layers. So, and then someone suggested as well, you know, not popping the bubbles, because maybe the bubbles help with the cells. Like, I'm just taking everybody's tips, opinions, advice, you know, thoughts into consideration here. All right. And now I'm gonna load on the gold because last time I didn't. So I'm definitely gonna load it up here. There we go. And let's see, I've got 6 colors here. And obviously the first color I put down has basically, you know, sunk and disappeared, and it's probably not gonna show very much. So maybe I will add that color on top. Maybe. Yes. Whoops. I think I will add it again on top. All right. If that's not a lot of paint, I don't know what is. So let's move these all over to the side. Pop the bubbles. Now you can see that gold is spreading. So now let's see what happens. Did I overdo it on the gold? We'll find out. So let's get going. Well, guess what? There's a lot of cells forming in here. Look at all this. Okay, so loading up the gold was a great idea. So now I'm going to play with it a little bit here. I'm going to unplug this, bring out my little stool, my Thomas stool. Can you see that? It's Thomas. It's my son's stool. Anywho. Oh, I'm really loving this a lot. Okay, I am going to fix this by trying to blow out and define some more of my edges. So give me a minute. Oh, look at all the cells. All right, let's do this without getting any hair, necklaces, or microphones into the paint. I love this. I think this is my best piece so far. The amount of cells in this is amazing. I cannot wait to bring you guys in for a close-up. So I'm thinking, let me know your thoughts, but I'm thinking that when this is dry, I may just add that gold outline again with the Lolivefe marker. Should I do it or should I leave it as is? I'd like your opinions in the comment section below. Because there's a lot of gold already in here, I may or may not do that. But I'm going to bring you guys in for a close-up. Wait till you see this. All right, everybody. So check out how much gold there is in this piece. So definitely, oops, my camera's changing color. You see what it does? Definitely adding a lot of gold was ridiculously helpful in this piece. So I don't know if I added a lot of silver in another piece, if it would do that. It probably wouldn't. But look how pretty this is. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. And I'm so, so glad I changed my colors and decided to take the orange and the yellow out. All right, let's see what this does with the flash on. So I've got the flash on, super, super bright sunny day. However, you are definitely going to see, as my camera changes color, a lot of shimmer in this. See, if I go too close, my camera changes the colors, but you can still at least see the shimmer, even though these aren't really the true colors. That's the true color right there. So that's what happens when I go too close. Oh, this piece is stunning. I can't wait till this dries. So there you have it, everybody. I really like the way this turned out a lot. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. And let me know, should I add a gold rim around the edge or should I leave it as is? This actually is probably going to be dry by tomorrow. These dry super duper fast. And I will give it a top coat of crystal resin. And don't forget, if you didn't watch my last video, the crystal resin sale is still on, where you get this huge kit with resin, molds, all that. Check out my last video or head on over to their website and you can save 25% off. So go and check that out in my last video or head on to their website. I can't stop looking at this. Okay, that's it for me for now. I think the next one, shall I do green? I know I said sunset, but this didn't turn out the way I had planned, but I love it anyway. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe greens or turquoise or something. Let me know what you guys think. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, have a good night, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.